good or as effective and safer than many of the other tools we're using that have a lot of side effects.
But some groups, like One Chance to Grow Up, think the administration should pump the brakes. The nonprofit
found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Texas recently expanded the eligibility for its medical marijuana program.
For patients, and number two, it unlocks the ability to do large-scale research studies.
Dr. David Rabin is a board-certified psychiatrist. He said the change will allow universities to accept federal funding to do large-scale clinical trials, studies that could tell us if marijuana is a better alternative to treat illnesses like chronic pain.
Scientific trials proving that this medicine is as good or as effective and safer than many of the other tools we're using that have a lot of side effects.
But some groups, like One Chance to Grow Up, think the administration should pump the brakes. The nonprofit advocates for marijuana regulations that protect children. Its co-founder feels the decision is premature.
We just worry that it sends the message to our youth that, hey, all this stuff that's being sold as marijuana, it's safe.
Texas recently expanded the eligibility for its medical marijuana program. More than 100,000 Texans are on the registry, buying products at shops like Good Blend, which is licensed by the state. Its vice president of compliance said this development could eventually lead insurance companies to help cover the cost for customers.
Once we have that clarity, then we'll see additional regulations, and then hopefully we'll see insurance companies kind of come in and cover some of the costs.
Texas law still views marijuana as a Schedule I controlled substance, but if the federal government officially makes the change, some experts believe Texas could follow suit. In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
In his executive order, President Trump directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to reschedule marijuana in the most expeditious manner. However, it's still unclear at this point when that could happen. And here at home, Wichita County is raising pay for poll workers, a move officials hope will fill polling locations ahead of future elections, with the new pay scale taking effect next year. Starting in 2026, presiding judges and early voting clerks will see their hourly pay increase from $12 to $13 an hour. Election clerks will also receive a raise, moving from $10 to $11 an hour, while other positions will stay the same. Election officials say the increase is important, especially since election day shifts can last up to 12 hours, but workers do have flexibility. They can choose to work a morning or afternoon shift or only a few hours instead of the full shift. Officials say there are even backup options. Training is also paid, and you'll receive the same hourly rate for the position you work. If you're interested, all you have to do is click inside the story over on TexomasHomepage.com. And now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, another warm day. We're probably getting another one tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to stay warm throughout the rest of this week. Satellite radar across the area is looking pretty clear here at the moment. Not a whole lot going on here. We have clear skies. It should be pretty quiet here as we go throughout the overnight hours. Current temperature is 60 degrees in Wichita Falls, 68 for Dallas-Fort Worth, 49 up towards Amarillo, 58 in Oklahoma City, 59 in Midland, 66 down towards Austin, and 72 in Houston. We are 9 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, and it's going to be a lot warmer as we go into tomorrow morning, and it's going to stay warm and breezy here for the next few days, and that could include a record-breaking Christmas day before our next cold front arrives. We'll talk all about that coming up here in a few minutes, Aaron.
All right, sounds good, Michael. Thanks so much. We'll see you in a little bit. And while the school year is at the midway point, some WFISD students will be moving to different schools next school year, causing concern from some parents. 4 people spoke during public comment at the last board meeting, all of them stressing the impacts this will have on the kids. Back in October, the district opened a survey for community feedback on rezoning. Through October and November, discussions were had on the changes and the feedback, and the board adopted the changes on November 17th, with some folks sharing concerns about the new rezoning. West Foundation, along with Fowler Elementary, will also be affected by this, and a portion of those students will move to McNeil Elementary. And one member of a Texoma family is trying to do his part by reaching out to someone who he thinks can help his mother out during tougher times. Jalen Wells shares how a special letter helped Ryan become our next Christmas Came Early recipient.
Ryan is a 21-year-old with Down syndrome who is partially blind. He's also had other health troubles for a blood clot in his chest, and on top of that, his family has seen tough financial struggles, which has made this a really hard year.
Telling him that I'm probably not going to have money to buy things for Christmas this year. He doesn't really understand that. So telling it to him and him really not comprehending, because he keeps asking for presents or to do this or to that, and I just couldn't be able to do that.
Ryan is a positive and good-spirited person. He finds a lot of his joy in music and dance as it helps his spirit and body.
And when we got him listening to more music and that kind of thing, he uses his words more, so it helps him more vocally learn the songs. He dances around. He's got low muscle tone in his legs, so the dancing and the music and stuff helps him a lot with his different kinds of skills to improve them.
Even though Ryan doesn't quite understand the stress of life, he is trying the best he can to make a good Christmas for his family.
He does not realize when there's major stuff going on, the stress of it and that kind of thing. Like, he doesn't understand when bills are behind, or if he's in the hospital, he doesn't understand how severe things are.
He didn't ask for much, as in possession-wise. He wants help for his family, and he wanted a good Christmas meal. I think Ryan really deserves it. He seems like a pretty smart young man, and it's good to see somebody get help.
A family friend helped Ryan write a letter to Santa, where Ryan chose to wish for getting his mom some help.
He keeps asking for a family dinner at our house that we normally have, and presents and stuff over here, and we just couldn't afford that with all the things going on this year.
And that's why Santa had some of his helpers and one of his cowboys team up to surprise our next Christmas Came Early recipient.
And we're going to have a Christmas Came Early for y'all. Santa sent a cowboy instead of Santa. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't expect the cameras.
We want to give you $500.
Oh, wow.
To have a little spending money this Christmas.
Thank you.
We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Ryan, good job. Merry Christmas.
Man.
How about a group hug?
There we go.
Always nice when you realize that people care around the holiday seasons and is willing to give and help somebody out. We've always tried to do it in previous years, and it's really good to know that someone could do that for you when you really needed it.
And we hope that Ryan ends up having a wonderful Christmas with the rest of his family. If you want to look back at all of our Christmas Came Early stories from this year, all you got to do is just visit the tab under the contest section of TexOma's.com. Well, don't go anywhere. Michael is coming up next with a look at his full forecast, and the countdown to the Milan Cortina Winter Olympic Games continues. In tonight's Destination Italy, we'll show you a location steeped in history that shaped the growth and culture of a city.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you, too.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Even the mighty might not see it coming.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
News Nation is taking you back in time this Christmas Eve. Back to the first Black Friday. Decking the halls of the decade of decadence. A very 80s Christmas. Christmas Eve at 8/7 Central on News Nation.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
U.S.
Merry Christmas, Texoma. From my family to yours, I want to wish you a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season.
Holiday greetings on KFDX are brought to you by Vitro Architectural Glass. Now from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
Well, I can't remember a whole lot of Christmases in my life when it's been this warm. I might be able to get away with wearing shorts this year.
Yeah, so it's gonna be not the warmest Christmas we've ever had, but it's basically going to be the second warmest.
Still be pretty close.
Yeah, so let's look at some of the hottest days that we've had on record. Now, this is going to be for December 24th through 26th, so Christmas Eve through the day after Christmas. The hottest that we've ever had in that stretch was Christmas Eve 4 years ago, 91 degrees. That same year on the day after Christmas, we had 88. I believe we were at 76, though, on Christmas Day. And then you see Christmas Eve 1955, 87 degrees. We probably won't quite touch those numbers, but we're probably going to surpass the day after Christmas in both 2005 and 2008 with some of the days that we have in the forecast. Let's take a look outside now on the Seymour Tower Cam. Current temperature is 60 degrees. We have a south wind averaging 10 miles per hour. Today's high was 78 degrees, so we went down as 24 degrees above our average of 54 and just 2 degrees off our record of 80 that we set back in 1982. Our low this morning was 38 degrees, so still 7 degrees above our average of 31. So looking at the lows here for tomorrow morning, we're all staying well above freezing. A big range in temperatures, though. You get high 50s in the southeastern portions of Texoma, where we have a little bit more cloud cover into the daybreak hours. And then when we have more clearing to the northwest, we're all the way down to 43 in Altus. But regardless, all well above average, all well above freezing to start out the day for tomorrow. And for tomorrow afternoon, we get mid to high 70s north of the Red River. Right around the Red River, it's kind of high 70s to low 80s. And then we get some more low 80s as you work your way down south. So we're looking at another 20 to 25 degrees above average again here for tomorrow afternoon. As we look at the temperatures here going forward into Christmas Eve, this is going to be 8 a.m. starting out the day. High 50s, low 60s to mid 60s even as we start out the day on Christmas Eve. In the afternoon hours, we're warming back up to the high 70s, likely low 80s as well as we go into the afternoon. And as we go into the evening hours, if you're going to Christmas Eve service, high 60s to low 70s at 7 o'clock. As we get closer to 10 o'clock, still looking at mid to high 60s. So pretty warm temperatures here. And we go into Christmas Day morning, getting up to open up some presents. If you open up presents Christmas Day morning, I mean, it's going to be mid 50s to low 60s. We're looking at morning temperatures warmer than our average highs this time of year to start out Christmas Day. As we go into Friday, the day after Christmas, we're at 84 degrees. So that's going to be even warmer there before our cold front comes through, knocks us back down to the 50s to 60s here as we go into the end of the weekend into next week. Satellite radar across the area is pretty quiet. It's going to stay pretty quiet for most of the overnight hours. Some cloud cover increases into the daybreak tomorrow and just after daybreak here at 9 a.m., but that will break up for the afternoon. Similar trend as we go into the day on Christmas Eve. Cloud cover increases, breaks up some for the afternoon. A little bit more cloud cover hanging around, though, Christmas Eve afternoon. And then on Christmas Day, really looking at mostly sunny skies throughout the entire day. So for tonight, 52 degrees, breezy at times, a southwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow high 78 degrees, warm and breezy with a southwest wind gusting up over 20 miles per hour. Here's a 7-day forecast. We got 80s here for the middle and end of this week. Next cold front arrives to close out this upcoming weekend.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org.
News Nation is taking you back in time this Christmas Eve. Back to the first Black Friday. Decking the halls of the decade of decadence. A very 80s Christmas. Christmas Eve at 8/7 Central on News Nation.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up.
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop
normalization.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the number one killer of children and teens are gun injuries? You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
You're watching KFDX 3 News.
Sforza Castle is a historic landmark in the heart of Milan. The building itself is from medieval times, and inside the fortress is now filled with different museums and artworks by the great masters. Matt Barnes takes us inside the walls that shaped a city.
This is Sforza Castle, a 15th century fortress that sits in the heart of the city of Milan. It houses 40 rooms of artwork, including works from the likes of Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. The castle's galleries are filled with ancient artifacts, tapestries, musical instruments, and thousands of paintings.
We are now in front of one of our masterpieces, a painting realized by Canaletto.
During his time in Milan, Leonardo da Vinci worked at the castle on decorations and frescoes. In a room located in the northeastern tower, he painted an intricate design of interwoven mulberry trees. It was rediscovered in the late 19th century and was under renovation when we visited.
We are now in the room is the ancient hospital of the Sforza Castle. This room totally restored in 2015 to a new museum dedicated to the last sculpture realized by Michelangelo at the end of his life.
The last one?
Yes, that's the last one. It's now one of the most famous, the Virgin Mary holding the dead body of Christ, a very important masterpiece of the art.
Always a good way to check around the area. Just check out your historic sites whenever you're over there. Well, if you've ever forgotten to get a gift, there's a quick and an easy solution. Up next in tonight's What the Tech, Jamie Tucker has some last-second gift ideas for situations just like this.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water. Remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments, which I responded to.
Communities must step up.
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop
normalization.
bullying.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the number one killer of children and teens are gun injuries? You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids. You're watching KFDX 3 News.
Every so often on a holiday, someone gives you a gift that you weren't expecting, and you think to yourself, I didn't get them anything. But before that awkward moment sinks in, Jamie Tucker suggests grabbing your phone for a last-second gift you can send with just a few taps.
They don't have to know that you didn't think of them at Christmas. All you need is their email address, their phone number, and believe it or not, in just a few seconds, you can go from empty-handed to getting them one of the most thoughtful gifts they'll get all year. How about your favorite book? Now, you can't buy digital Kindle books from the Amazon app, but you can purchase one by logging into Amazon on a browser. So instead of a gift card, pick out a book you think they'll enjoy, like a recent bestseller. Or give them an app you think they'd like. In the App Store, pick an app. If they like to draw, send them Procreate. Or if they're into photography and video, choose Luma Fusion. And tap Share and look for Gift App. You can send them the app, not a gift card, by phone or email. If it's an Android device, you cannot gift them an app, but you can load money onto their account. Or grab your phone, open the DoorDash or Uber Eats app, and send them a Christmas evening dessert or a Boxing Day breakfast. And this is my favorite, and it works because I've tried it. I walked outside, went to the driveway, and found their car. And I took a picture of their VIN number, that number right under the windshield. And I took it back inside, went to the SiriusXM website, and bought them a 3-month subscription to SiriusXM. Yeah, not only will these gifts be a big surprise, but it may be the best gifts they get all year, and they'll think, well, now that's thoughtful. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Luckily, I've never had to do that.
Might be a little weird if you just go around and start taking pictures of people's VIN numbers.
I do agree with that.
So make sure it's somebody you know.
Yeah, probably want to do that with somebody you know. Well, we got a lot of sports going on tonight, MJ. Big holiday tournament going on.
That's exactly
at
right.
MSU. Yeah.
Lincoln Coliseum has been packed all day long. It'll be the same thing tomorrow. Our cameras were there for a handful of games. We'll bring you highlights from the 18th annual Wichita Falls Classic. Don't go anywhere. Sports is next.
News Nation is taking you back in time this Christmas Eve. Back to the first Black Friday. Decking the halls of the decade of decadence. A very 80s Christmas. Christmas Eve at 8, 7 Central on News Nation.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Now, sports with MJ Baird from the OSTC Sports Desk, your complete orthopedic team.
High school hoops headline the holiday week, heating up the hardwood with heart, hustle, and hometown pride. How about that for alliteration? The 18th annual Wichita Falls Classic featuring 23 teams playing 12 games over 2 days. The tournament returning to DL Lincoln Coliseum. It used to be held on campus at MSU years ago. More recently, though, it was at the KYC. Now back under the dome. Here was the first game of the tournament. Graham Steers and Vernon Lyons. Second quarter, defensive rebound. Steers outlet. Nick Wankowitz ahead to Bryce Martin for the finish. Graham up big, 22-8. Down on the far end, the Lions with possession, but they turn it over. Jagger Neese gets the steal and the assist to Bryce Martin. Nice shimmy in the lane and off the glass for two. The lead ballooning to 16 in favor of the Steers, but here comes Vernon. David Albaneda swats away this layup try. Lions in transition. Jamari Chance to Gavin Rangel, part of a 6-0 Vernon run to swing some momentum in favor of the Lions. The Steers, though, able to right the ship. Backdoor feed here to Wankowitz on the drive by Cooper Wilde. A close match in the second half. Graham, though, managing to hang on. Winners Tigers by the final of 57-52. Girls action at the Coliseum now. Holiday Lady Eagles and Childress Lady Cats. First quarter, all Childress early, opening the game on an 11-0 run. Holiday fighting back, though. There's Emma Ellis kissing one off the window. It's 18-5 at this point, though. How about Kyra Seward cutting inside, floats one in, cuts the deficit to 11. The Lady Eagles started poorly, but they came all the way back. Winners by a final of 45-38. Next up, an eagle-on-eagle showdown. Holiday battling Decatur, picking up the action in the first quarter. It's Jason Luke in the corner for 3 buckets. Those are the first points of the day for Holiday. Eagles on the board, but trailing Decatur 6-3. Luke drives this time, passing inside. Landon Jones scoring the open backdoor layup. Eagles down 5. It's 11-6. We move to quarter number 2. Ty Harrison drives a scooping underhand floater off the rim and in. And then it's Harrison again, this time powering inside. Jump stop. Find the open guy. It is Preston Fandler at the top of the key. His 3 ball is nothing but nets. Jason Luke led the way with 18 points as Holiday beats Decatur by 11, 44-33. Last but not least, second-ranked team in the state in Class 3A. That's the Paradise Panthers matching up with the 5 Legacy Leopards. Some nice Christmas sweaters on display. How about Quan Carroll? Get that out of here. Swats this ball away for an early block. Now it's the Leopards working offensively. Takes a lot of effort here. Not 1, not 2. How about 3 rebounds? Call that a third or fourth chance point. Quan Carroll making his presence known in the paint. 9-7 Legacy. Jeremiah Smith-Peters elevates, lofts a high floater. That drops in for 2. It's 13-9. Leopards on top. Now Bowen Betts putting the ball on the floor, working inside. Nope, just kidding. Step back, fade away, mid-range J, he's got it. The Leopards had a look at the buzzer to win or to tie. Unfortunately, it did not fall. Paradise by 2 over Legacy tonight. Final score 42-40. Well, this 2-day tournament, it continues tomorrow. 11:30 tip in the first game. It continues throughout the evening. So head on over to MSU to catch some great holiday hoops. Check out the fantasy lights while you're on campus, and maybe the wonderful residential lights hung throughout the country club neighborhoods as well. One more score to pass along for you tonight, not from this tournament, just a non-district game between Bowie and Windthorst. Raider Man scores 18 as the Jackrabbits win by 5, 65-50.
Athlete of the Week is brought to you by United Regional Orthopedics.
Our athlete of the week comes from the hardwood, and he had a pair of impact performances in the last 7 days. Burke Burnett's Kingston Gould scoring 31 against City View, following it up by dropping a career-high 43 against Memorial. He also earned 10 steals in that one. Just a sophomore, Gould surpassed the 1,000 career points milestone last week, and more importantly, he helped Burke earn a pair of victories, improving to 12-3 on the young season. All right, that is going to do it for this look at sports. We'll be right back.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
News Nation is taking you back in time this Christmas Eve. Back to the first Black Friday. Taking the halls of the decade of decadence. A very 80s Christmas. Christmas Eve at 8/7 Central on News Nation.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.